Hello, good morning. Today is Wednesday, the 13th day of March 2024, and it's exactly 11:55 a.m. GMT West African time. And today I'm going to be talking about multiple wedding ceremonies in African societies. The truth is that we Africans, or should I say people of black color, when we want to get married, we normally have multiple wedding ceremonies. We do the traditional marriage, the court marriage, and the church marriage. And we feel the church, if you have not done the church marriage, your wedding ceremony is not complete. You understand? Or your wedding rite is not complete. And the truth is that this notion or this kind of mentality or this kind of thinking is actually wrong. It's due to years of brainwash. We've been brainwashed to think that if you've not done the church marriage as a Christian, or if you've not done what's it called, not gone to the mosque to do your wedding ceremony, that your marriage is not complete. You understand? And it's years of brainwash. Is not totally true. The truth is, let me tell you, if you want to get married and you do your traditional wedding ceremony, believe me, you are as good as married. In the sight of God and in the sight of man, you are married. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are married. But because of years of colonization, we've been taught to think that our tradition, our culture is way inferior to the white man's own. So you think if you've not done your wedding ceremony in the church, that you are incomplete. Your wedding ceremony is incomplete. No. Like I said again, if you want to get married and you've done your traditional wedding ceremony, it suffices. It suffices. You don't need to go to court or to go to church to have another wedding ceremony, thereby making it three. That's multiple wedding ceremonies. It's a total waste of resources, total waste of time. When I got married, I think 7 years ago, I actually did these three, and I regret it. I did my traditional marriage, I did my traditional wedding, I did a court wedding, I did a church wedding. If I knew what I know now, years back, I wouldn't have done those three. I would have just done, after my traditional wedding ceremony, I'm okay. I wouldn't have done it. Believe me, your traditional wedding ceremony is recognized by the customary court. It is recognized by the customary court of your country. My traditional wedding ceremony is recognized by the customary court of Nigeria. If I want to get divorced now, I did only traditional marriage or traditional wedding, sorry. If I want to get divorced, I can take it to the customary court and they divorce it, they separate us. It is recognized. You understand? You don't need to do multiple wedding ceremonies. These things are a waste of resources, a waste of time. Once you are married traditionally, you are as good as a married man or a woman. You can start living your life. You don't need to do a court wedding ceremony or a church wedding ceremony to feel fulfilled as a married person. You don't need it. But if your partner now insists that they want to legalize things, you can now go to the registry, but it's not compulsory. Then, again, if your partner insists that they want to go to the church, they want to have a blessing from a man of God, simply what you just need to do, after your traditional wedding ceremony, you can just go to the church. Don't do it as a ceremony. You can go to the what's it called? Just go and meet your man of God. Just go and meet your priest, your canon, your vicar, your pastor, or whatever you call the man of God in your denomination. Just go and meet them. Let them just give you a simple church blessing. You don't need to make it a ceremony. Make it a simple church blessing. Then you go home. That is after you've done your traditional wedding ceremony. Your traditional wedding ceremony suffices. It is enough. It suffices. You don't need to go and be doing court, do church wedding. Thereby you're doing three. I think it's only Africans that do these things. You see, this church wedding ceremony that you're doing is another people's traditional wedding. It is a borrowed culture. It's not our culture. It's borrowed. It is borrowed. You don't need to go and be doing those things. Just have your traditional wedding ceremony and you are good to go. Please, If I knew what I know now, way back, if I knew these things now, I wouldn't have done those three. I would have just done one. It is a waste of time, waste of effort, waste of resources. Just channel that money you're going to use in doing your traditional weddings, your church wedding ceremony and reception. Channel it into something. Start a business with it. The engagement, the iwanku, the nika or whatever you call it in your language, whatever the traditional wedding ceremony you do, be it engagement, be it iwanku, be it nikai, whatever you call it in your local language, it's okay. It suffices. It is enough. You can start living your lives as married couples. You don't need to go to court or go to church or do a church wedding ceremony. No. But if your partner insists they want to legalize things, fine. You can go to court and do that. Just legalize things because of unforeseen circumstances. But for that your church wedding ceremony, no, you don't need a church wedding ceremony. No, you do church wedding ceremony, now do reception. No. Do everything you want to do at your Iwanku, that's your traditional wedding ceremony. Do it at the Nikai, do it at the engagement. After that, you are good to go. If your partner insists he wants a church wedding, a blessing by any man of God, go to the church or go to the mosque, let them just bless you, simple, and you go home. That's okay. Live your life to the fullest. You are as good as married. Don't let anybody pressure you or put anything on you. Please. We don't need to be wasting resources and wasting time for doing multiple wedding ceremonies anymore. Enough is enough, please. Thank you for your time.